everybody. Welcome back to the Ice and Bean podcast. You're here for episode 2. We appreciate you. Thanks for checking in. My name is Matt Johnson. You can call me Matty J. I'm here with my constant co-hosts, Drake and Colton. What's up, boys?
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
We chilling. It's going pretty good, man. I don't know. Got some sweet coffees today.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was an absolute vibe. But just before we get into that shenanigans, tell me what was the week like?
I had a pretty good week.
Yeah.
I had a really fun week so far.
Boring week.
Boring?
Boring week. Nothing to share.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Sag.
Worked. Did nothing.
You ain't got it
Played
'cause of
basketball
work.
for the first time
Okay.
in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Did pretty good.
Dope.
That's the excitement.
Did you play with, we talked in the previous podcast about availabilities of courts and shit like that. Did you find anybody to play with, or were you just rolling solo?
I just rolled up on a game
Mm-hmm.
last night and played with them. It was
Dope.
pretty good.
College hoopers? Or just
Local
some
guys.
Lokies? Yeah.
Local guys. Really
Nice.
good players.
Mhm.
I was trash
Dog water?
because of no practice. I was trash, but
Yeah.
even peak me would have been like, well, I'm mediocre at best compared to these guys. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's absolutely fair. I don't pretend to be good at any level of sports in any capacity.
No, I mean,
But that's fine.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. But that's good. It's nice to get out, play a little b-ball.
Mm.
Yeah. What about you, man?
I had a pretty good week. Much
Yep.
busier than the weeks have been in the past little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a housewarming party on Friday,
Dope.
which was a super fun time. Got to meet some really cool people, and they were all great vibes. So that was pretty hype. And I'm also teaching, sort of, well, somebody's helping me, but I'm learning how to embroider,
Dope.
which is definitely something.
Hell yeah. It's 2021, man. You can
Yeah.
absolutely do that.
Yeah, of
I'll be
course.
the first person to admit that I can like knit and crochet.
Oh, yeah.
We're all slightly snickering because we tried to press the record button a few minutes ago and did this exact cold open.
Yep.
And it definitely wasn't recording. So
We
we're back at
being
the same
Matt.
story.
Yes.
Put me on blast if you want. It's fine.
Yeah.
At DJ Matty J.
That's what I'm here
_, between Matty and Jay. It's fine. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's pretty cool. I'm having a fun time with it. I'm currently doing the Hylian crest from Legend of Zelda. It doesn't look terrible, which is really impressive for me. So I'm
Hell
pretty
yeah.
happy with it right now.
Yeah, you got to get that work.
Yeah, and then after I do that, the game plan is to just find some good old memes, do the memes, and then hang them all over the apartment.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Dwight was on the door for a while, right?
He was on the door
Are you
for a
gonna
while.
Are you gonna embroider something that we can expect?
I
to
would
be on the
like to do a prison mic.
Oh my God.
I would like to have an
If you
embroidered
can
prison
do-
mic.
If you can do the same Dwight face,
I could also do that.
with the baby face on top of his face, just like
That could be a little bit more challenging because you want to be like without features, because features are, I imagine, quite hard to do.
Yeah.
So it'd be like
Seems that way, yeah.
the
I
blank
just picture
faces,
like
but
a dark background with like a red Dwight face with like the baby face on
Yeah.
it, and I'm like, yep, that would be terrifying.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I might be able to make
Maybe
that
you'll
happen.
become a god. Maybe you'll be the best at it.
Just
Absolute
a
god
king of
tier.
embroidery.
Yeah. I'm willing to like tweet out some pictures of your embroidery.
I
Hell yeah.
We can sell them when we get famous.
I could embroider our logo when we get that.
Yes. Ooh.
That'd actually be a really cool
Hell
thing.
yeah.
I could work on that. Yeah,
I would-
once
I
we
Make
get
a
that.
blanket.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That'd be sick.
That'd be so much
Yeah.
work.
What if I crocheted a blanket that we attach the embroidery to?
Yes,
Hell yeah.
absolute yes.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's my news for the week.
I offer nothing in this artistic portion.
It's fine, man.
You've had a pretty busy week, Matt.
Dude.
Some updates from the last podcast to now.
Sheesh. Well, the car died, and then that whole thing happened. Couldn't go on the trip. Check out last week's episode if you want to get up to date on my car situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, yesterday 9 a.m. hit up the Steel Volkswagen dealership. Said your boy needs a car. They were like, "Bro, I got you a car. It's not like we haven't been talking about this all week." And I picked up a 2021 Volkswagen Tiguan 2.0 4Motion. Oh baby, not the trend line, the comfort line.
So sexy.
Got the moonroof. Come at me in the comments if you want. I've already been called a boomer a number of times today, and it's absolutely fine if you want to rip me for being a dad. But I got space in the boot. You know, I got some trunk space. I got some rear seat vents. Got that AC in the back. You know, trying to keep my passengers comfortable. You know, that's what it's about in life. We got to ride out this life together. We got to ride out this life together, and I'm just here to try and keep y'all comfortable. You know,
It was very comfortable.
it was pretty comfortable.
It was a great ride today.
Got that leather seat game strong. Apple CarPlay.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Glass.
I love the
glass,
color.
Glass touchscreen.
I like the horn.
Stone blue.
Yeah, it's a beautiful color.
Honestly, I
It
think
honks like this. It goes.
I think my favorite,
It's so gentle.
my favorite part of the car is definitely the keyless. I really like that. I've never owned a
Lips, push
vehicle like
button,
that.
no car keys.
Oh,
man.
push button's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
the way to go.
If
It's
that
the way of
shit
the
fucks
future.
up on you though, ooh.
Yeah,
But
you're looking
got
at a
that
lot of money.
5-star 7-year warranty though, $140K. So we're gonna be Gucci this time. We're not gonna have to rip on a bunch of dealerships on our very first podcast.
They
Yeah,
deserved it.
I think we were good for that for a little while.
They
now, at
deserved
least.
it.
I think so. But yeah, man, that's my week. We went to my in-laws have a cottage in Hubbard's, and it's very brand new and very beautiful and right on the ocean. And we were up there with some friends of mine. Shout out Johnny and Lori, and we just hit a chill vibe after we picked up the car, immediately booted her for the cottage. They met us there maybe like 2-3 in the afternoon, something like that. And we had some drinks and chilled out and watched the sunset, and then called her a night. Bed before 12, which is a boomer thing to do. You know what? I'm gonna embrace this boomer thing. Even
Boomer
though I'm not
move.
a boomer.
Yeah.
It's a boomer move to go to bed before 12 because I woke up fresh as a daisy today. No hangover.
Amazing.
Got a cup of Joe, and I woke up. I was awoken by the sun this morning on the bay, and it was like, like red sky in the night, sailor's delight. Red sky in the morning, sailor's warning. Well, red sky in the morning, sailor's warning. The sky was like, sorry boys, this isn't on the man scale of colors, but the sky was like coral, out over the water.
I don't think we need the man scale of color.
I literally have to
But I
look
love
up
that.
what the
I
color
love that
coral
that's-
I know
is.
you do.
I know exactly what you mean.
Is
Yeah,
it like
absolutely.
blue?
Yeah.
Are
No,
we-
it's like a blushing pink.
Dude, think of Corsola.
Yeah,
Corsola is
Corsola
coral.
is literally coral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very burny. It was less. It was way less red than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It was very matte coral. It was really nice.
Matt.
It was matte finish. It wasn't super bright.
Matt was in the sky this morning.
I was. It's a
floating around.
Yeah, a cloud floats by and it's me.
It's just
my
your
face. Yeah.
Terrifying.
Oh,
No,
my God.
coral skies, man. It
I
was
was gonna make a
really nice.
really sad joke and say that must be a thundercloud because you're a boomer, but
Oh. You know what though? 31 years old doesn't make me a boomer. Come at me.
Not at all.
no, but everything you do does.
Oh, no.
Dun, dun,
Sag.
dun.
Very sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's fine.
it's okay. I won't slay you. Don't worry.
Reasonable spirit for the After Dark podcast whenever that
Oh,
happens.
please,
Yeah.
please go hard on me.
That's
Well,
the first
I
and
absolutely
last
will.
episode.
I'm gonna when we After Dark, and we're only releasing the After Dark to a certain number of people, but when we After Dark, I will not hold back, and you're gonna take like 6 to 12 points of hurt feelings damage.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If I'm not sober, I won't know it. So it's fine.
Yeah. It's just a beer, but written on the side is elixir of negation of hurt feelings damage.
Yeah.
Drinks 16 of those.
Just be prepared for it to be a back and forth. That's all.
Yeah. Back and forth.
I'll moderate. I'm completely
My
fine with that.
my jokes are going to be lame anyway, so
They always are.
you want to? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Checks out. But that being said, yeah, that's my week.
That's
I
a good
feel
week.
like I'm going. I worked a little bit this past week. It was obviously like the 9th was my birthday, so I had the Monday off, and then I then hit Tuesday and then Thursday, Friday, 10-hour days each, and then we'll just hit the vibe. Played a little won a frisbee game on Wednesday, which was a
Amazing.
big vibe. Yeah, they brought the heat.
Are you undefeated?
No.
No.
So it's the filming of these podcasts is a little funky just because we're pre-releasing, but I've had 2 frisbee games since we've
Oh, yeah,
last
that's right.
time,
Yeah, of
So
course. Of course.
that first one we went up against a team called Down to Flick. We played. So some context. First of all, we definitely did not have our full roster. We were like 4 or 5 people down, and really strong people. We kind of got like a frisbee, a little cold go around. All got tested, no COVID, not to worry. But that knocked a few of our key players out. So we were down significantly on the roster, and Down to Flick was also the other undefeated team. So we went up against them, and it was like, I believe it was 12-14. We were coming out of the second half with a 4-point deficit. So we brought it back up in striking distance, but we couldn't close. They were very strong and have lots of great systems, and they were able to respond to basically anything that we could throw at them. And at the end of the day, they were a better team that day. I'm not saying that they're overall a better team, but they were definitely a better team that day. And yeah, we took an L. So it's one of those losses that like you take and you have to deal with it, and you lost, and at the end of the day, that's fine. But like, I really am proud of the effort that we, being not necessarily the strongest players on the team. I'm really proud of the effort that we put forward that got us to, a difference of 2 points by the end of the game after being 4 points down, almost like 5 points down basically in half, because we had to, you huck to the opposite team. So we were basically in the second half broken back already. It's kind of a tennis term, but if you don't understand that, basically we had to throw to them in the second half so that they could start. Yeah. So it kind of resets everything, and it gave them the ability to basically score a 5th point on us, but we were able to basically bounce back and break them back up until a 2-point difference. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so we lost that one, which was sad.
You brought back the heat though, and that's
did.
That's a big thing.
That's
absolutely big.
What's the general like age group that you play with? Like, is this like a...
Oh, dude, they had a friggin' they had this. Now this guy is a legit boomer.
Yeah,
he's probably like 55, 60, but
yeah,
he was
but you
like,
can get boomers.
He was outrunning us, dude, all over the place. Dude has to be going on some like 10K runs every day, because he was like ripping us apart.
Yeah.
Like I had to, like like my defense is like not the strongest on the team, but I do defend pretty smart. And like, even with the smartest defense I could muster on him, he was still outrunning me, which is crazy because he's like 25 years older than me, which is insane. So that was very sheer. I was like, I need to set my shit up.
There's a lot of old guys that play basketball too, so I know what you're talking about, because like they're wild. Like, they're just physically fitter than me, and I'm half their age, and I'm just like, what? They can't jump, but they make up for it with like foundational skills, like
absolutely
just knowing everything.
Yeah, when they're insert generic location on the basketball court here, as I try to sound cool but really have no idea what I'm talking about. They're like just hitting those free throws all day long, and you're like, dang.
No, like seriously, every old guy that I've played against can shoot, and I'm like, okay, that makes no sense. I guess it makes sense, but
yeah, they've been shooting for like 35 years, and you're shooting for like 10 years or something like that anyway, but I know what you mean. But then, huge play. Next week's game, sorry to be so boring about this, but next week's game, we won. We won pretty handily. I think we had them by like 7 or 8 points at the end.
Dang.
So it was a very good game.
Yeah,
they brought the heat too, and they're very, one of the things that was really impressive about them, they're called Team 8. They don't have a full team name. One of the things that's really impressive about them is that they only run a single 5-man squad.
Oh, dang.
They're just all super fit. They don't have great systems, and they were really aggressive. There are some things that I'm not going to mention, but they were really aggressive. They ran a 5-man team. We gave them a few extra water breaks and things like that, but we ended up winning against them. It was a great game though. So we're now, I believe, 5-1.
Nice.
I mean, that's still
second place.
That's a great lead.
Second place at the end of the day, so we'll take that and see them in the finals.
For sure.
Yeah. But that's basically my week. Yeah.
That's a good week.
It's a pretty good week.
It's a very good week.
I'm having a pretty good week.
Yeah.
Having a pretty good week. Spent a lot of money this week.
Sometimes it happens.
It does happen.
Sometimes you just got them.
Yep. What's that?
Treat yourself.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Got to hit that 2021 Volkswagen.
You work hard.
Yeah, I do work a little hard. Work a little hard, yeah. Yeah, man. But that's me. I don't know how you guys feel about the week, but I think it was good for me.
It was a great week.
Too hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, God,
it's a little hot.
This heat wave is just unbearable.
I can't wait to just have a day full of thunder and lightning. That's going to be beautiful.
For sure. This podcast, we were smart, and the boys turned off their AC unit, which has been running in the background in the previous podcast, so you won't hear the annoying hey. But we might sweat some balls.
I already am.
It's only gone up 1 degree in the apartment since we
You know what?
in about
1
30
degree
minutes.
is enough for me to be.
Well, you're
sweating.
right.
Yeah, it's all good though. You got to put in that sweat for the podcast.
Yeah, this is how we do it.
This
Because
is how
boy,
we
walking
do
to a
it.
cafe and drinking really great coffees.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Spicy
we got to put in the
meatballs.
sweat somewhere.
You do. Speaking
And
of
if it's
sweat,
sitting in a chair, then so be
That's
it.
first world sweat right there.
Oh
Lord
my
have mercy.
god.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty good week overall. I don't know about you guys, but I've been devoid of any Stardew Valley farming.
Well, yeah, you kind of just disappeared on us.
I didn't disappear.
You kind of
disappeared.
disappeared.
My car
though.
died. I've been trying to negotiate a new one.
You can't use that as an excuse.
I can
forever.
absolutely use an excuse for
Were
the
you-
time frame
were you
around
just-
which that I can no longer farm for
No.
very valid reasons.
No.
Yes,
Do you need the car to play video games?
Yeah.
I need the time. Oh my god, I hate you
The
guys.
timing belt.
Hey everybody, so I'm just announcing. It's Matt Johnson here, just announcing my resignation from Ice and Bean Pod.
He owns all of the gear, so we
Effective
will no
immediately.
longer be continuing.
Yeah, this is it. This is our send off
Yeah,
as well.
This is a good
It
one.
was a good
I hope
run.
you guys have a great one.
2 whole weeks.
Two episodes
Two
and,
eps,
and a little one for other people.
Yep, that's right.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, I don't know, but no, we're gonna farm Wednesday night.
Sure.
Right.
Sure,
Hell
sure,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, get like a 250K a day.
And then we can
GG.
talk about the podcast that's releasing this Wednesday,
Ooh, the
which
podcast.
which will now be last Wednesday for
No
you folks
spoilers.
listening to
Go
this.
back and watch it. If this is the first version of the podcast you're listening to, you better go back and watch
Yeah.
that.
Catch on the first
it's
episode.
gonna be it's a pretty hype train episode. It's a pretty hype train inaugural, if I do say so myself, and I do say so.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we'll get on the Stardew again. I
That'd
just haven't been gaming a lot.
Not me neither. I just haven't had the time this week, but I will get back to it. Yeah, gonna play some frisbee golf tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, got a pretty full card. It's gonna
Where
be.
are you headed to for that?
Hammond's Plains.
Hammond's Plains.
Colton just realized that we're wearing the same brand
We
of
have
socks.
the exact same socks
They're
on.
exactly the same. Yeah.
I'm gonna hedge a bet that my socks are not the same as
No,
your guys.
no.
And
Riveting, though,
I'm
for the
sad.
listeners.
Six
I'm so
pack
sorry.
from Walmart for
Of course.
$9.
Of
Yeah,
course.
let's go.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
then I have to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ankle socks.
Yeah, going to
Way to
Hammond's
go.
Plains. Going to Hammond's
Oh, nice.
Plains.
Right on.
With some of the guys. We have a full card for the evening, so we'll have 4. And yeah, we're gonna hug some discs, and I'm gonna win.
Dope.
Yeah.
You absolutely are.
You go away next weekend, don't you?
I do go away next weekend. Yes. that's
Where are you
correct.
going?
I'm going to Cape Breton.
Capabaritione.
Yeah,
I'm
going to
gonna
visit
be
some
all
family
alone.
for 4 days.
I'm all
Oh
alone.
my god.
Yeah.
There's no one here.
Yeah, I'm gone for 4
beside
days.
me.
I'll never be wearing pants.
No, 0 pants at all times.
Yeah.
0 pants at all times.
Yeah.
Don't like.
Whenever Drake leaves, I'm like, text me before you come back. He's like, that's strange. And I'm like, yeah, I'm usually naked, so
Yeah.
just don't walk
It's
in.
fine. Yeah, just
It's your house.
Or you can walk
just
in
rock
and
it.
just,
Yep.
just accept the fact.
yep. It's the reality of the circumstance. So Cape Breton. What's drawing you to Cape Breton?
family.
Family.
Yeah.
Do they live there, or are you going on a family trip?
No, some of my mom's family lives there.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, a couple of brothers still there.
Where about?
One of them is
Generally.
in Sydney, and the other one, and this is because I can never remember. It's Port Hawkesbury, but I'm going to go with Port Hawkesbury.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah.
A lot of my family is from Cape Breton.
Oh, nice.
3/4 of my grandparents are from Cape Breton.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So, there's this little, my, Colton's looking at me funny because he doesn't get the 3/4 of my
No,
grandparents.
I understood. I
Do
was
you?
just like, I had to think about it for a second. I was like, okay,
All right.
so
Yeah. So
The
my
logistics.
grandparents on my dad's side are both from Cape Breton, and then one of my grandparents on my mom's side is from Cape Breton. But yeah, my family lives up by Port Hawkesbury as well. We're
Nice.
probably about 20 minutes away from Hawkesbury in
Oh,
a
nice.
place called Lordways.
Yep.
It's a wonderful spot, little fishing village. Yeah,
Do you
Grandpa
know?
just retired
Jeez.
from fishing for like a billion years. So
Dang.
yeah, I'm pretty confident he'll go back next year because he
makes
doesn't seem like he's the guy that wants to stop. But as of right now, he's retired.
That's fair.
What are you gonna say?
Are you familiar with the absolute godsend of the food place, Lick a Chick?
Am I familiar?
Burdor?
Am I familiar with Lick-a-Chick?
The absolute best fried chicken ever. Period.
Period.
if you
have
are
had fried
listening-
chicken from all over the world. Lick a Chicken.
Lick a Chicken is the best.
Probably the best. Okay, let's
Absolutely
not
the
get
best.
too handsy with this. It may not be the best, but it's very good. It's like top 5 places for me for sure.
It's the best I've ever had to date.
Have you been
Best I've
have you
ever
been to
had.
Tennessee?
Well, not officially
Have
to
you been to
Tennessee.
South Carolina?
No, I haven't been to the
There's-
states where it's like
Yeah.
they do it.
That's the only time in which like I would say that like the lick a chick will get beat out.
That's totally fair.
It's when you're like in the like you
The
get that
the
Louisiana
origins.
fried chicken,
Yeah, that makes sense.
hot chicken.
But that's a whole different spectrum too. There,
Yeah.
but
You
I
got to
would
keep it on
say-
the same spectrum.
True, it's
Right.
true. I would say it's probably in Canada of what I've experienced so far. One of the best.
Definitely.
One of the best.
One of the best.
Never
Easy
had
peasy.
it.
Definitely worth going.
Yeah,
Love their
it's
advertising, though.
amazing.
Well, just
A&K
Allen.
Lick a Chick, and then right across the street is their ice cream store called Lick a Treat, and you can get the like drumsticks, you know, the cones, and they're like a pound or like
Yes,
2
they're
pounds. They're,
gigantic.
just huge.
Huge.
Yeah, it's a good time. Cannot wait to get that.
Yeah,
It's a necessity.
it is a necessity. Well, boys, I think we should probably talk a little bit about the shop that we went to today.
Should we talk about coffee?
Cold
on our
Fefe-
coffee podcast?
On our coffee
That's-
podcast,
that
believe
might
it or
be
not,
good.
we should talk about coffee. Yeah, I think so.
Sorry.
I'm overall pretty happy with our experience today. We went to
Bliss
Bliss.
Caffeine Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bliss was hype train. It's an overall vibe, I believe. I got just an iced coffee because the one thing that I'll say about Bliss is like they don't complicate things too much, right? It's extremely traditional. So I just got an iced coffee. I got sugar, 2 sugars and 2 cream. And one thing that I think is really cool is they cool their coffee down ahead of time, and then they use simple syrup, 1-to-1 simple syrup, and obviously regular cold cream, but rather than putting the actual granulated sugar in because it has such a hard time dissolving, you have to stir it so much, and it doesn't really dissolve. It takes like 10 years. So yeah, so it was an overall pretty interesting experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And just for pretense for people listening to the podcast, if they haven't been there before, 1, you should absolutely go. 2, they took over the old Humanity.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Yeah, just off of Spring Garden.
Yeah.
And they've just done some pretty cool stuff with that whole building.
Yeah.
Like completely changed the vibe and the look and all that kind of stuff. Like it's a great aesthetic.
Yeah.
I absolutely love what they changed in that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. We did something a little bit different this time around. We actually went in, sat down, and got macchiatos, which, if you don't know, the macchiato that you're drinking right now or you drank this week is not a traditional macchiato. Macchiatos are basically like a shot of espresso with some hot foam on the top. So it's a very traditional macchiato. So when we found out that they were throwing it back, I was like, let's get some. So we each got one and sat down and had a little shot of espresso, and we are wired AF.
Oh yeah.
We're absolutely like physically tired, but mentally incredibly stimulated.
Small disclaimer because like I don't know, for the first few episodes I think I'm gonna say it and then eventually people will just catch on. I don't like coffee. Like I'm part of a coffee podcast and I don't like coffee, so the comments that I'm gonna make on some of the things that we try here might seem like I hate coffee. And if you're sitting at home going, well, this is stupid, why does he say this? It's because I don't like coffee. I just like sweet things. So yeah, there you go. Enjoy.
Now you got some deets. You read some reviews, and it said that Bliss Caffeine Bar is the best iced coffee in town.
Yeah.
I want you to unpack that. Maybe we'll do it in a minute. I think though we should talk about what we got. So I got nice coffee with double effect.
So I got the same thing as
You got the same thing as me.
Yeah.
Yep. 100p
And I of course had to get the classic cappuccino.
got the
Got
chino.
to keep it straight up.
Yeah, level.
Keep it consistent.
Yep, 100p. So the macchiato I honestly think was banging. I like. Colton does not have the same opinion.
I have a. Okay. Can I just give my opinion
But
first?
you know what? You fire away.
Can
Yeah,
I
go
just
for
give
it.
my
Just
opinion first?
absolutely go for it.
Okay, what's it called? A macchiato?
Macchiato.
Okay, so the macchiato is like if you were to drink what I feel like it tastes like to smoke a cigarette.
Oh,
To me,
okay.
Interesting.
I was
It's
uncomfortable.
extremely better.
That's a lot to unpack.
So
Yeah,
I
it is.
was chasing my macchiato sips with my iced coffee just to power it down because we were in the restaurant or the cafe or whatever you want to call it. And I just didn't want to look rude in front of the lovely servers.
That's so funny.
Because they were like very nice. And I was like, oh, I have to act like I like this a lot.
Yeah.
But that's not a knock on them. I'm sure it's very good to people who actually enjoy that stuff. I'm just like,
It was good.
I will also confirm it was a very, very nice.
The funniest thing though to be there, and so every time Colton would take a sip and he would swallow, and it was like, and he would make this like guttural grimace. He would like, "Ooh."
I grimace less from like shots of tequila.
Yeah.
So,
Oh god.
so
You like look over at me and Matt, and we like take a sip, and there's just like the satisfied face of like, this is a really nice
pretty
beverage,
nice.
and then the camera pans over to Colton, and he's just like contorted face, not having a good time.
No, not even close. I don't know. I thought like just before we get into the newer normal drinks, because most people aren't going to drink macchiatos like that on a consistent basis, but
No.
I really thought the espresso was pretty good. It felt a little, I don't know if you want to back me up on this or not, but it did feel a little diluted. It felt like it was a little wet, but like I've had darker espresso from an espresso machine. You know
True.
what I mean? So it did feel a little weak. It was the end of the day, so I don't know if that's got anything to do with it.
Yeah,
but
and I did I hear you ask them something about where they got their beans from? Did they say they get them from Java Blend?
they do get their beans from
Okay,
Java
I mean
Blend, yeah.
that's cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome that they're
They're-
getting it from a local place.
Yeah, I love Java Blend. I wanted to buy some, but they don't sell individual bags, which is a problem, I think.
Ah,
Yeah, I wanted to.
interesting.
One of the things that I was doing today, because we ran out of coffee at home, which is a travesty. So I wanted to have some coffee from Monday, and I was planning on buying some at Bliss, and didn't have
Don't
any.
have it. Interesting.
Not a vibe. But yeah, I mean, so outside of ashtrays, I thought it was pretty good. Like the macchiato, the espresso was a little loose, I think. Maybe some channeling.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
But yeah, basically if you don't know what channeling is, basically when a puck of espresso is the water is forced through it. Sometimes basically small like veins can form, and the water doesn't force through the actual coffee grind. It just actually travels through the veins. It's called channeling. And when that happens, the espresso can kind of get a little loose. So maybe it wasn't quite packed perfectly on mine. Maybe it was on yours. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, the foam was nice. It was very it stayed foamy, which was great.
Oh, yeah.
The crema was good.
It was
very
pretty.
It was very thick.
like I'll
Oh
give
yeah,
it
the
that.
pictures.
Yeah.
The
I
pictures
didn't.
we got.
I don't personally like it, but it was a nice looking
It was
drink.
a really nice looking drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll post it on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Follow us at Ice and Bean Pod on Twitter and Ice and Bean Pod on Instagram. It's pretty solid. We'll post one up here in the coming weeks. But I think overall the macchiato was good. If you're not an espresso person, don't order the macchiato. But if you like that kind of thing, definitely try it, because I think it's a great way to enjoy espresso without having the burden of just being like, hey, this is just espresso and I'm just drinking espresso.
Yeah.
That little bit of extra, milk foam on the top is a vibe for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's
And I'm not like a super bitter guy either, so it was really helpful for me. Like I like espresso, but I really have to fight through the bitter side of it until the flavor evolves outside of the bitterness
right.
in order to enjoy it. So
That
it's
makes
pretty good.
sense. Do we want to give the macchiatos a rating, or are we just going to leave it as
let's
is?
give them let's just give them an
Like
overall
an
rating.
unofficial.
An unofficial
Doesn't go on the
a
list.
little rate. Yeah.
See, I want to,
Just give it a rating.
but I don't like it. But I feel like it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be a dick and be like zeros across the board because I don't like it.
Mhm.
I don't know. Bliss overall is great. So
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just trying to think of
Give
how I
them
wanna
an
rate
honest
this
rating. You don't have to. You can be honest. We have context. We know
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
not a big coffee guy.
This is
based
the
off
thing.
of my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
My
It's your opinion.
unprofessional
Yeah,
opinion.
of course.
Okay.
None of our opinions are professional.
Are we
except
rating
for mine. Just kidding.
Are we just rating it?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
give
just-
it. Just give it.
Okay. Our rating system is
1 to 10
1 to
with
10.
halves.
0.5s. Yeah.
With 0.5s.
Yeah. I don't have much to go off of for examples. I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
A 6.5. Okay. You know what? That's
That's a
actually
healthy
probably
number.
not fair. Not unfair, I should say. I don't hate that number. For me, because it felt loose, I'm probably gonna just give it like a 7.
A 7? Okay,
Yeah.
that's reasonable. I was going to say 7.5.
Perfect. Well, now you know. It's on average a 7.
Yep.
Not great, not bad. Just middle of the road for sure.
Yep. Good experience. Would get again. Have no qualms with it. It's just
Yep, sick. Well, I think we'll leave the macchiato behind after that one. But overall, overall, it was pretty good. I think anyway. But yeah, we'll just move on to iced coffee. Now I've been thinking about this for the last 30 minutes or so, and I want to know. So Colton read some reviews online that said the Bliss Caffeine Bar has the best iced coffee in town, and I have some interesting opinions about it. But I want to know, as a McDonald's iced coffee drinker, tell me. Did you feel like it felt like a McDonald's iced coffee, or did you feel like it was a bit different?
How do I explain it? Maybe I would get mine made differently next time or something.
What would you modify?
Maybe I would go from cream to milk. Just, I don't know. It felt overpowering. Like
the cream specifically?
Yeah. Like, it wasn't bad. Like, I actually really enjoyed it. It's just, I don't know what's wrong with my palate. I really like McDonald's iced coffee.
No, dude, you're allowed to really like it. That's why you're here, because you like that. That's why we have
things don't compare.
It's important for balance.
I'm here for my opinion, not just because we're friends.
Yeah, here for your opinion.
Okay,
100p.
Okay, I see.
I respect you.
I see.
We're friends too, but you're here for your opinion. You bring something to the table, and it's your opinion.
Yeah. Well, if you saw our last episode, you would know that we went to the
Monk.
The Monk. And it sucks because I'm comparing what I got today to what I got from there. But from there, I had like a butterscotch chocolate thingy.
Yeah, the Milky Way.
And this was just a plain iced coffee.
I think you've got to go your iced coffee today versus a McDonald's. Because that's your only. Is it?
McDonald's is better.
Oof.
Sorry, Bliss.
That's
I love you. You're better, seen than McDonald's, but McDonald's iced coffee slaps.
All right, I feel you.
Well, on that note, then I guess we should probably get into the ratings of the ambiance
Sag.
and all that kind of stuff on that bombshell.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's just do the normal free throw.
Sure.
So I got a nice coffee. It was 2 sugar, 2 cream, and I would say that my ice melted pretty fast. I know it was the end of the day, but the coffee wasn't that cold. It didn't feel as chilled. So it was a lukewarm coffee. So I'm gonna be honest. There were aspects of it where you can tell that it's actually brewed coffee, and there's like a flavor evolution. But if you want that traditional sweet iced coffee, you got to get that cream, you got to get that sugar.
Right.
And it really hid a lot of the value of everybody knows Java. Java's a great brand. I used to drink Java before Apartment 3 showed up, and now I just get Mountain from them usually. But Java's a great blend, but if you want that cream, you want that sugar, you want that sweetness to tickle the same sort of sensations that you're looking for when you get that McDonald's iced coffee, or I really feel like maybe it just wasn't as good, and I think that those that sugar, that cream really hit a lot of the flavor of the coffee for me. So it just felt like I was drinking kind of a thick, loose coffee that didn't have the right amount of syrup and adjustment in it. So for flavor, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna give it a great score. I think I'm probably gonna give it a 6.5.
6.5.
6.5 for the iced coffee. I'm sorry, don't at me, but I asked for the recommendation of the waitress as well, and she specifically said go double, because it's what a lot of people normally do, and it's what she does. It wasn't. I've had a lot of iced coffees from a lot of different places. Wasn't a vibe to me, to be honest. I do think there's some quality ingredients. I think it's cool that they make their simple syrup instead of putting actual sugar in, because you need to definitely get the sweetness from the syrup. But 6.5 wasn't that good. I'm gonna be brutally honest.
That's what we're here to do, though. So no point in
We're
holding punches.
No,
we're like the Simon Cowells of the coffee world. People are gonna be like, we're gonna be like Michelin gold stars back in like the early 2000s, where it's like if we give a good review of something, people are gonna be like, "Oh shit, this must be a great place to go," because we'll just be out here roasting everyone.
Very true.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, in our test episode, we all gave McDonald's iced coffees a pretty high rating.
Yeah,
so.
but we determined that commercial and local would be on two separate scales.
For sure.
Yeah.
So the puppuccino, the cappuccino. That's what we used to call them when I was a kid.
Of course.
Puppuccino.
I love that. I love that.
So you got a cappuccino at the Monk, and you got a cappuccino at the Bliss.
And I will continue to get those because that's the way
I
I
appreciate
go.
the consistency.
Yeah, I mean it's good. So it's a great baseline.
How did you find it?
This is really good. I very much enjoyed this. I enjoyed the other one at the Monk as well. Subtle differences in like coffee flavors. So I imagine that the Monk's getting from a different place, or they use a different blend from Java. Because I know a lot of places have their own, or will get Java to make their own unique blends for their business, which is great. So I'd love to find out what Wired Monk uses. I think we should try and find that out for like future podcasts, just so we can get a spectrum of where people are getting their beans from and all that kind of stuff. But
for sure.
Yeah, no. I would say like I don't have any like bad notes about it. Like it was good. Again, very similarly, I think because I love black coffee, I love bitter over not. And I know a cappuccino isn't always the greatest thing because you've got the milk and all that kind of stuff that's kind of changing the flavor profiles of the coffee itself. But I would give this one, I'd give it a solid 7.5.
A 7.5?
Yeah.
That's an interesting score.
7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Again, very much like the macchiato, would go back for again. I'm waiting for that one that gives me that little bit of extra kick.
Yeah.
From the espresso, flavor profile wise, but yeah, 7.5.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
That sounds pretty reasonable. It's up to you, Colton. Break the mold.
I'm not gonna. You gave a 6.5. He gave a 7.5. I got the iced coffee.
Yep.
I just love iced coffee. Like all of the things that you noted are definitely true, and the things that I said prior to are also definitely true. I'm gonna give it a 7. I think we have a pretty in-depth rating system here about like different topics, and I think Bliss.
It's definitely going to make up for it in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Bliss offers a lot more of an experience than the rating we're giving on this coffee is saying.
Yeah.
Like the coffee was good.
Yeah.
But I would go back just because of how pretty it is in there.
Yeah, it's nice.
So I think the coffee was good. I would get it again.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it. I'm not going to give it a gold star by any means, but you know, it was good coffee.
For sure.
It like lower end McDonald's coffee would not match.
No.
So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to challenge you on something, Drake, specifically. Last week, you scored the Monk at an 8.5 on the cappuccino scale. You still feel the same way about your Chino today?
I do.
I respect that a lot. You got to keep it consistent. Yeah, man, that sounds pretty reasonable.
No.
We all, as a group, really enjoyed the experience of going in to Bliss. I think that that you might win some and you might lose some when it comes to coffee and beans and that kind of thing, and it's not necessarily a level playing field, just due to different bean sourcing, freshness, right?
Yeah, of course.
But that being said, we went into Bliss and you walk in, air conditioned spot, very modern, super soft tones. They have like this modern / vintage vibe. It's a really strange concept, but like they've got like beautiful showcase. They had a bunch of boxes and stuff inside it because we were there at the end of their shift, so it was getting pretty close to close. But they have like a menu, and you can go and order some food. There's some very few dishes, but there's a chicken dish that I'd be interested in trying if we had more time. But we sat down, got our macchiatos. They came in a beautiful glassware, and the service was really nice. The waitresses, the waiters and waitresses were pretty phenomenal. They were very accommodating,
Super
especially where
personable,
we
Oh my God, yeah.
we
Like
went in
just-
not realizing the macchiato wasn't going to be like an untraditional macchiato, what we drink normally with milk and espresso and some caramel and that kind of thing.
Right.
That's what we were expecting. They kind of said, whoa, wait a second. If you order this, just so you know, it's a little bit different. We do it the traditional way. So I definitely appreciated the guidance because we're not professionals. We're definitely prudes for sure, but we're not professionals. So the little bit of guidance just on the menu in general I thought was nice.
Absolutely.
Overall staff was great. They sat us down, even found us a table to fit the three of us, which was nice. So overall I had a really great experience.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Completely agree.
Should we?
Do we rate?
Do
are
we
gonna,
rate
Are
the
we going to
place?
vibe check the place?
We're vibe checking.
So we-
That's
like,
our 3 rating system. I think we should keep it. We nailed it as we normally did. We do flavor for the beverage, overall ranking for the beverage, and then we do overall vibe check and ambiance.
Yep.
And then we do a value-based $sign scale, same scale, 1 to 10 with halves,
Yeah.
for value of the drink versus flavor ranking versus how much you paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's totally subjective, but I think still worth it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just gonna stick to that. I'm gonna give the Bliss vibe check. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah,
Nice.
Wrong.
absolutely.
Very nice.
I give it a 9.
You can.
I really like Bliss actually, and I like its placement.
Yeah.
Like being downtown, like I could see me just sitting. Like this is gonna be strange, but like I like people watching, and
Everybody people
I
watch.
figured-
If you don't come forward and be honest about your people watching tendencies, which everybody has,
yeah.
get out of
Yeah.
my face.
So
You're
I
lying.
I could
You're
picture
lying.
me like ordering a nice coffee, sitting in a nice little cafe,
Yep.
and like just staring out at the thousands of people that walk past that place. You know, like
Sure. It's
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
central.
It's a
Bliss
really good
Caffeine
move.
Bar is Spring Garden and South.
yeah,
Yeah, South Park.
Yeah, South Park. Yeah, so it's very central to, like the university. It's right. What's that little park called? Cornwallis. Can't remember.
I don't remember
Gardens?
at all.
Well, the PG Public Gardens is like at the street corner on the opposite side.
Yeah.
But there's a small park that's directly across of it. We'll get the name. But I just think it's great. I do think the location's pretty good. I'm still sticking to the guns on an 8.5 though.
8.5, yep.
I just don't feel like it was wonderful. I didn't have, there wasn't a wow factor when I walked in. Right?
Interesting.
I've been in like 50 cafes
Mm-hmm.
that are like that.
you're talking about Victoria Park.
Yes, thank you.
Victoria Park.
Exactly.
Thank
So-
you, Colton.
Yeah, so Vicky Park. I loved it. I thought it was great, but I wasn't like, holy cow, we're in this place is insane, right? So
I just like the tones. I don't know.
Yeah, for
Everything
sure.
was light colored. It was soft. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was.
It was
for sure.
comfortable.
Very, very welcoming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very relaxed.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
walk in and you're just like,
I think the
just
AC is
chill.
a big portion of it too.
Yes.
Because
we
like
talked
if
about
I'm
this last
sitting,
week.
yeah, exactly. If I'm sitting in a cafe and enjoying a drink, I don't want to be sweating because I'm drinking a hot coffee or whatever, right?
Absolutely.
Especially in like the heat we've had. So, yeah, I think the AC is a big move for
sure.
any coffee shop that can swing it.
Yep, absolutely agreed. I'm going to agree with Colton on this one as well for my overall rating of the vibe of Bliss. I'm going to give it a 9 as well.
Pretty top tier.
It's a place I could see myself spending a lot of time just sitting and drinking
Yeah.
coffee and just enjoying myself. Because like I said, just bouncing off the downtown, like it's downtown, but it's not downtown, which is great because there's actually parking.
True.
You can actually park a vehicle
Yeah.
and go.
Absolutely.
So yeah, a 9 is where I'm going to land with the vibe. It's a really cool place.
Yeah. I'm okay
Yeah.
with the 9. I'm gonna stick to my guns and
Hey,
not
that-
give it
that
an even
means that
9.
we-
I'm gonna go 8.5.
Yeah.
I just feel I feel like there is some opportunity for wowing, and it wasn't a wow, but it was definitely an absolute vibe, and I would absolutely go and sit there and drink a cool beveragino or a
Yeah.
hot beveragino.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know I don't know how you guys feel about the price because,
Can you tell me what ours cost?
yeah. Well, so the macchiato was $3.75, and then the iced coffee was about, I think, 4.5 plus tax.
Okay.
Right.
No, I bought mine just the iced coffee. I think it came to $4.20 something.
Did it?
I think so.
Let's triple check.
I would be
triple check that.
a little bit uncomfortable if a large iced coffee was that plus tax.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty fair.
That's a little expensive for
Yeah,
iced coffee.
I can understand a large being that place with tax.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah, we're going to
The macchiato,
replay. It was
zeros
$4.
all across the board for their price because it's dog water and you shouldn't drink them.
Okay.
I love you though, Bliss.
Yeah. It was $4.30 for the iced coffee. Taxes in.
Okay.
It's pretty. So for me, I'm gonna go friggin' $5 signs because I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to, and $4.30 is basically the same price we paid at the Monk.
That's true.
It's a little
That's
bit more
very true.
expensive. The Monk was like 5.5.
Yeah.
But at $4.30 we're in the same price point, right? I'm
Yeah.
slapping a Chris Fiver and some change. So honestly, I'm going to give it a 5 overall because I just don't think that. I think it's, I think I would order one again, but I don't think I'm going to go there to get an iced coffee. And the price that I paid for it was just a little bit too much to justify some cool down drip.
The overall
Yeah.
experience.
It didn't blow me away.
Yeah.
And I'm just $5 signs out of 10 for me because I really don't think it was as worth as it could have been.
That's completely reasonable. Totally.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel about the cappuccino. 'Cause you enjoyed it much more than I did.
Yeah, I definitely I do enjoy the cappuccino. Out of some potential ignorance, I didn't ask for a specific size, so I don't know if the cappuccino, which in a lot of places it is the one size kind of deal, which is completely fair.
I believe it was because there was only one price
yes.
next to it.
Yeah, exactly. So my assumption that although I didn't ask, I don't know if there's any other choice because at the Monk I got a large one, so I obviously paid more. But that experience per dollar point is still the same
For sure.
So it was $4.25 plus tax, which is an amount of money. I'm not good at quick math, so
2 + 2 is 4 minus 1. That's 3 quick maths.
Yep. So yeah, it's probably around five something.
About $5. You can call it $5 and be absolutely fine.
I just looked down at the cup, sorry, and contemplated. I think I'm gonna have to give it. I think I also feel the $5 signs out of 10.
Yeah, it wasn't a super great value for the amount of money paid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
especially you guys, when you check out this podcast, make sure you check out the Instagram as well. It's Ice and Bean Pod. You'll see the size of the cappuccino that Drake got, and that's, I think, the biggest thing is, you pay for volume typically, and the size of the beverages that you can get pretty much anywhere else are huge in comparison to the one that was dealt out for Bliss.
For sure.
Now, I definitely understand that they're trying to shoot for a higher quality thing, but if you're not delivering on the higher quality, is it worth the amount of money that you're paying?
Yeah, of course.
Right?
That becomes a little bit problematic.
Yeah. And I understand that they have wait staff and they have a full sit-down menu and that kind of thing, so they need to pay a chef and those types of things. So I understand that it's a higher price point, but I really feel like if you're going to have a higher price point, it's got to be on lock.
Yeah, totally. Completely agree.
The Monk's drink that I had, I think I rated it a 7, and I enjoyed that about the same as I enjoyed this one in comparison.
For sure.
I would say. And seeing how this one's like $1 cheaper, I'm just gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
I think it's pretty expensive.
Yep.
Like for a nice
It's
coffee.
pretty expensive. Yeah.
So like obviously I keep saying this, but I'm gonna continue to say this forever. Like McDonald's iced coffees are cheap as hell, and I think they're very good.
We debated this the other day, but it was like regular price was $2.30 or $2.45, something like that plus tax.
Could be super wrong
it's
with
sub-
that number.
But it's sub $3.
It's either sub $3 or
outside of
very
dollar
close.
drink days.
Yeah,
we gotta stop talking about McDonald's.
yeah, I agree.
One of these days.
But like, it's just expensive.
Yeah, it
like
is. It is
$5
pretty expensive
for a nice coffee is a lot.
Yeah.
It just is, no matter where you are.
It needs to be delivering an absolute next level experience, or I don't want to pay $5.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give it a solid 6 on the
that's fair.
expense chart.
I don't know. I was a Debbie Downer today, I feel. I will also simply say that it was still a great experience. Like, I would recommend going to Bliss. Like I said, the vibe was nice. The wait staff was incredible. They really helped us out. But yeah, I mean, overall, hop onto our Instagram, find some comment spaces, let us know if you've been to Bliss, what you had, if you liked it. We'd love to hear from you. You can add us on Twitter at Ice and Bean Pod. Yeah, just hit us up. Let us know what you think, because we're really genuinely curious about what your experiences have been with Bliss. Positive or negative, we're here to just basically call it like it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, overall, hit us up. But that's it for us today. I hope.
If they have any recommendations, they should send it to us.
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
And also hit us with your thoughts on the monk as well.
Yeah,
For sure. I definitely think if there's a small shop or something that you're really proud of, even if it's an hour's drive away, I don't care. Let us know, and we'll definitely consider going up and doing an episode about it. But yeah, let us know what you think. Find us on our socials, and we will kick it off from there. Any last remarks?
I don't have anything else to add other than thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Hope you guys have been enjoying the first episode and the second episode when it comes out.
yeah. Our official release is coming up after this is filmed, which is
It's
a
very
strange
weird.
timeline.
It is a strange timeline.
But
But it makes
once you
sense.
guys hear this, you'll have heard our first episode, and I hope you're enjoying so far,
Me too.
because I would like to continue to do this for a very long time.
Okay, we're gonna sign off, guys. We hope you have a great week, and we'll catch you next time.
Have a good one.
Bye.